Why do you stand there like you stand? Do you know what Sam Hunter has just did to me? To J. Wellington Beauregard? Do you know? He is punishing me for my recent actions against that horrible Heath Hatton and that awful axe Allwardt, because I've supposedly been getting involved in their matches against the Midwest Monster Hunters. And do you know what he is doing to me? He has given me two options. Either I lose my job here at Stride, or, are you ready for this? I have to go, out of all places, I don't even know if I can say it, Mudlick, Kentucky. And do you know who lives in Mudlick, Kentucky? Worse yet, owns a farm in Mudlick, Kentucky? That dreadful, vile farmer Billy Hills. I have to go there and work on his horrendous farm for a day. Those are my two options, Mr. Anthony. I either lose my job here at Stride, or I go to Mudlick, Kentucky for an entire day on a grungy farm with a sweaty farmer to work. Do I look like someone who works? That's what I have you for. This is just... And what's worse yet, do you see this? Mr. Anthony, do you see this? Mr. Hunter just gave me this. These are guidelines of stuff that I, J. Wellington Beauregard, have to follow when I go to this dreadful farm. He says wear farm appropriate clothing. What is that? Flannel, jeans, overalls, like that dreadful farmer Billy Hills wears? Then he says that I can only take one electronic device. How am I supposed to survive without my tablet, without my laptop, without my phone? How? Well, you should know. So the only thing I know to bring, which I hope you have now because it is stuffy in this dreadful Stride facility, is my fan. Now, oh, I'm so upset. And that fish stick eating, disgusting human being is the cause of this. Do you think this makes me happy, Mr. Anthony? Do you think these guidelines makes me happy? I have to go there, I have to do this, and complete a day's work and have Mr. Hills sign this document to keep my job here at Stride. You know what? I am tired of being here. I'm sick of being here. Go get my car now. You're the assistant. Assist. Wait a minute, Mr. Anthony. I don't have to leave here. I'm J. Wellington Beauregard. I can do whatever I want. So, Mr. Anthony, come back. Excuse you?
Hello, Mr.
Did you just bump my foot?
Hello, Mr. Beauregard.
Hello, Mr. Referee Lane Austin. Why were you even here? You were in there to witness that embarrassment?
It has been brought to my attention that you are causing a ruckus here at the Stride facility. So, from request from our GM, Sam Hunter, I've been asked to escort you off the property.
A ruckus. Do you even know how to spell ruckus? Someone who struggles to count to 3?
That's fine.
That can't even, what, are you gonna give me the 5 count? Oh, that's higher than 3. You couldn't get that high.
That's funny that you should say
But
that.
I have 5 words for you. Get out of my way.
You're gonna regret that.
Mr. Austin, please. Mr. Austin, I'm
Wellington Beauregard, good to see ya.
What are you doing here?
Well, it shouldn't come as any surprise. You know, General Manager Sam Hunter sent you to Mudlick, Kentucky to work on Farmer Billy Hill's farm, but you don't have the best track record in terms of being honest all the time, and General Manager Hunter is obviously a busy man, so he asked me to come on down and document your adventure here and make sure that you actually do what he has asked you to do.
So you think your documentation is going to strike my fancy?
Well, I'm here to strike General Manager Hunter's fancy. I'm not really worried about your
General
fancy.
Manager Hunter, that idiot that sits in his office chewing on fish sticks all day. You actually take orders from him? Do you know how demeaning it is for me to have to take an order from him to come to this threshold of hell?
This is a farm. This is God's country. Farmer Billy Hills. He's got a long list for you of things to do.
This looks like where he would live. Where is he? I
Well,
haven't seen him.
He's getting your chore list ready. I'll go get him for you. Just wait right here.
I cannot believe this. Where is Farmer Billy Hills? I mean, look at this place. Oh, Mr. Hills, hello.
Hello, Mr. Beauregard. How you doing?
I was just telling my assistant, I don't know if you've met Mr. Anthony, that how lovely it is to gonna get to see you today and spend time on your wonderful establishment of a farm you have here today.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same, but I hear you've been sticking that nose in people's business there, and that's the reason why you're here. Well, guess what, buddy? Today, I got a laundry list of work for you to do. Are you ready?
Work?
Work. Yes, work.
I don't
'Cause
usually,
here,
that's why I
in
have...
case you see my prized heifer right there, she's hungry. Guess who's gonna get to feed her? Come on, let's go. Come on.
Well, I mean, this stuff smells dreadful, Mr. Hills.
Well, this life ain't pretty.
That's obvious.
Both these 5-gallon buckets here, they need full of feed. See all these boxes of feed here? Yeah, all of them. I need both of these guys filled. Any bag, pick one, doesn't matter. I need both of these full.
You mean you want me to touch this stuff with
Yes.
my actual hands?
By hand, yeah, because these are 50-pound bags. I highly doubt you could pick that up. So yes, by hand.
I was scared when I was just slightly concerned, you know, that it would strike your fancy to actually make me, J. Wellington Beauregard, do some manual labor. So I came prepared with my own gloves. I know you're jealous of these, but I'm gonna regretfully have to pass and let my assistant, Mr. Anthony, do this. Mr. Anthony, I think you heard Mr. Farmer Hills's instructions of this disgusting stuff goes into these vile buckets, I believe. And he has his heifers. So I guess you just pick one of these. You just struck Mr. Anthony.
I told you, you're doing it.
Ugh. These look hideous.
Get to filling.
They don't even match my outfit. Mr. Hills. Oh. Mr. Hills, this is really heavy. Oh, Mr. Hills, this smells like... Oh, I can't even describe it, Mr. Hills. Is that enough, Mr. Hills?
Doesn't look too bad. No, but here, that's not the only one. Bucket number 2. Come on.
Mr. Hills.
They're waiting. I see three of my little prized heifers over there waiting.
There's this
Matters.
wet stuff on my head.
That's called sweat. Perspiration. It's fine.
How does that happen?
It's called actually doing work. Come on, move on.
Mr. Hill. Shouldn't we be seeking medical attention for Mr. Anthony and not feeding your heifers?
Nah, he's fine. He'll wake up in a few hours. There you go. Look at that. Look. You emptied one. Now, here. What are you moving that out of the way for? It's not full yet. Come on.
Isn't 1.5 enough?
No. No.
I hope this strikes your heifer's fancy, because it's not striking
Oh,
mine.
I'm looking right at them, and their tails are wagging. They're ready. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I've ran out of strength, Mr. Hills.
Oh, you want some water? Here. I'll get you some water after you get this done. How's that sound? You're going to work for yours today. There you go. Look, you almost got it. Look at you. Oh, I'm almost proud of you. Almost proud.
Mr. Hills.
Till right then. Looky there. All right.
Okay, that's enough.
You made a small mess, but you know what? That's okay. I kind of expected that. So, all right.
Okay.
Grab them. Let's go.
Well, how do you get these to your heifers?
You carry them. They got handles. Look.
With my hands?
Yeah, I gave you gloves.
But now my hands have that sweat stuff on them, and it's hard to hold these gloves on.
It's fine. Here, just use this. Right here.
Mr.
Come on.
Hills.
Come on. Let's
Surely.
go. Surely nothing. Surely my heifers are going to get fed. There you go. Come on. Grab the other one. There you go. Look at you. Look.
Mr. Hills, please.
What?
Isn't this
Hey, this is what happens when you stick your nose in people's business.
isn't this illegal here in Kentucky?
Come on, they're ready.
Straight line, don't confuse them.
Come on, pick it up. Let's go. I need the same thing from that trough done in this one. Don't worry about the body. It's fine.
More attention.
He's fine. He's getting some sun. He needs a tan. He's calm as a ghost. I need you to just chop some weeds. So,
Weeds
yeah. Weeds. You know, grown grass, things that
with this device?
Yes. With this device.
It looks dreadful, Mr. Hills.
I promise you it's not. Have you ever swept a floor before?
Well, of course not.
What?
Why would I sweep my floor?
They get dirty.
We have hired help for that at Beauregard Acres.
Oh, really?
I have some connections for you, Mr. Hills. I really think you should check into that here.
Hired help, you say? That's what you are today, buddy. So, get to work, hired help.
Oh my gosh, you didn't tell me there was bees.
You know, I guess while I had him chopping weeds, I probably should have told him about the bees, huh? Hey, it's been a good day anyway. So now, Jay Wells, now that, you know, you fed my heifer, and you cut up some weeds for me, which I greatly appreciate the help.
Oh, those weeds were dreadful.
Well, I got something that I'm afraid I want to hear that daggum word again.
Mr. Hills, that's mine. Mr. Hills, please, that's like the only electronic device that I was allowed to bring to your establishment.
Well, this is my establishment, and that's not the tool you're going to be using here. This.
But I've got more of that, even more of that wet sweat stuff you were talking about. It's
called
just
sweat. It's perspiration.
It's pouring off of me like Just, it's horrible.
I'm just tired of hearing you crying. Look, this is where I keep my rabbits, and if you look around, they use the bathroom a lot. Here's your shovel, scoop it up, put it in the trash can. I gotta get away from you.
Poop? Oh my gosh. Ugh, he's got to be kidding. I wish Mr. Anthony would wake up.
I'm not kidding! I said no fan!
Mr. Hills, please.
Use the wind that God gave you.
Oh, some of that sweat got in my eye, Mr. Hills.
J. Wellington Beauregard. How has your day here on the farm been?
Oh, Mr. Huntsberger, it's been just horrible. This is like you're on the threshold of hell and you're trying not to fall in and you're just holding on. Please tell me I can leave.
That's not up to me. That's up to farmer. You know, triple-digit heat. You're sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever sweated before?
No, I don't know what this is. He tried to explain it to me. It doesn't strike my fancy.
No.
It's horrible.
Well, hopefully, you know, General Manager Hunter made his point here today. And Farmer, hey, Farmer, howdy do?
Oh, Mr. Hills, please tell me that you've signed the papers for Mr. Hunter.
Okay.
And that I've served my time and that I can have a glass of water and I
I'll go get a glass of water.
Head back to Beauregard Acres and call this, just please. I want to leave Kentucky so bad.
Okay. I just came from checking on my heifers. They're fed, they're fat, they're happy. You did a good job. All right. I understand you're hot. I understand you're sweating and everything. Here, come on. Let's go see Kevin. Let's go get you that water and everything. All right?
Okay.
All right?
Did he? Oh, Mr. Hills.
Are we done for the day?